Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to an all-new video here on HN Entertainment. In Spider-Man Far From Home, we saw a Peter Parker on his class trip overseas taking on the Elementals, with Earth 833 superhero Mysterio. During this time, Mysterio became a new mentor to Peter, a seasoned superhero that could help guide him like Tony Stark did before his passing. However, that proved to be a lie, and Peter had to reveal Mysterio's manipulations, which resulted in Mysterio's presumed death. Using editing technology, Mysterio was able to frame Peter Parker for his death while also outing Peter's identity as Spider-Man to the world. This was the insane cliffhanger audiences lost their minds about, as the next movie appeared to be prepared to become a manhunt-style film, perfect for a character like Kraven the Hunter. With the character of Mysterio, the deadliest thing about him is the combination of intelligence, creativity, technology, and the delusion he possesses. This allows him to manipulate Peter Parker, the public, S.H.I.E.L.D., and potentially anyone else with fabricated stories, which he then attempts to accredit with holograms or other technology. Along with technically being deceased, Mysterio has a lot of leverage. However, the character is one for dramatics and is likely waiting for something dramatic to set up his return, which has happened before for various characters in the comics. Since his story technically isn't finished with the cliffhanger from Far From Home, it would make sense for Mysterio to return in Spider-Man 3. His role would be more of a puppet master, but essentially someone manipulating events to secure he has more loose ends before making his dramatic return. The public still views Mysterio as a hero, so Spider-Man 3 can't end with that narrative, and the only way to correct it is with Mysterio returning and being exposed to the world. This is primarily why his return makes the most sense first and foremost. As we mentioned, the character of Mysterio being more behind the scenes, he'll need to manipulate a physical antagonist for Spider-Man. The most likely choice would be that of a mercenary type of figure, since Mysterio would want them to finish Peter Parker before making his triumphant return to the public. Especially if they go the route of a manhunt type film, a perfect choice would be Kraven the Hunter. It has also been well established that creative leaders within both Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures want the character for a future Spider-Man film. This is rumored to be why Ryan Coogler couldn't use him for Black Panther. So with Kraven the Hunter, the storyline will most likely take bits from his most famous storyline known as Kraven's Last Hunt. During the storyline, Kraven proceeds to defeat Spider-Man before taking his own life. It sure is an interesting story and something that can be perfectly fit into his role in such a film. It's possible, just like the comic series, that Kraven will not actually kill Spider-Man as contracted, but instead heavily sedate him, bury him alive, and then leave after proving that he was the victor of the hunt. From here, we could see Kraven either retire on his own accord, take another hunt, or get arrested. Really, who cares as long as the execution is worth adapting such a storyline? So if Spider-Man 3 actually played out like this, that would mean that we would have yet another member of the Sinister Six established within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This would make things more interesting going forward, as a potential Spider-Man 4 could result in Spider-Man battling the MCU Sinister Six. And that could have a very interesting payoff for the Sony-Disney deal, considering how both studios exercise patience building up to an endgame-like scenario for Peter Parker's character. If each film is a pseudo-school period, then we would have followed Peter across his high school career. For the character of Mysterio, it could develop a deeper hatred for Peter Parker, which fits perfectly with him becoming a supervillain targeted towards Spider-Man. Of course, Scorpion also works as a villain for Spider-Man 3, but the manhunt element just suits Kraven the Hunter better. Scorpion can still appear as a secondary antagonist, or maybe built up for a potential Spider-Man 4. But it seems like Mysterio may return just based on the need to finish the storyline from Far From Home. And with that, guys, I'm going to bring this video to a close, so let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to HN Entertainment, so that way you guys can stay updated on all things Marvel and pop culture. My name is Luke, and I will see you guys in the next video.